What's good, everybody? This is Ryan Johnson with MoneyBass.com. All right, guys, you know what tonight is. We're having a Meet the Angler session. We're going to be out on the water at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. The link will be put in the description immediately following this podcast, this live stream. But let me just hold on just a second, guys. You know how I always do. I have to get in here and get everything signed in and set up. Shout out to the Facebook crew. Let me make sure you guys are live and in action over here. Just bear with me, guys. All right, there we go. I see Facebook is up and running. And we have our anglers for the evening. I hear them checking in. So I'll bring them up in just a second, guys. I just want to make sure everything is looking good and sounding good. And as you guys come into the chat, please drop a 1 in the chat. Just want to make sure you guys can hear me okay and see me okay. And again, for everybody that is just tuning in, this is just going to be a quick Meet the Angler session. We're going to go over a few details of who's going to be out on the water. We will be out there tomorrow from 9 a.m. to, it looks like we'll be out there till around 2 o'clock. So, yeah, just want to give you guys the details of that, and the details of how everything is set up itself is in the description. Always make sure you guys check the description of the videos, of the live streams, because I do try to put pertinent information in there that will be helpful to you guys. All right, so let's see. Okay, we have Edward Ragsdale Fishing checking in. What's going on? Glad to see you checking into the live stream. Guys, and we have a member of the Money Team checking in. Shout out to Greg. He says, good evening, Money Bass. All right, and he hit me with the 1. So we are good to go. All right, so guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and start bringing some people in here. Let's see who we have. We have Cerebral Tackle. What's going on, man? Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir. Yo, how's it going?
All right, it's going pretty good. So we have our commentator for tomorrow's festivities on the screen. Let's see who else we have checking in. We have Dave Quintero checking in. All right, good to see you. Oh, man, he's already out there on the boat. Okay, yep, we can hear you. All right, and who is this? We have There He Go, Mr. There He Go checking in. And we have, who is that? What's going on? Country Boy Fishing. Turn your can you turn it landscape mode? There you go. There you go. It'll fill up the screen that way. All right, so real quick. Wait a minute. And I can't forget, who do we have here? Shout out to Campbell J Fishing. Let me see. Did somebody drop out? I accidentally dropped somebody out. But I'm pretty sure he'll be right back in here. And the other thing that I wanted to do, guys, is just show you the format for tomorrow is going to look something like this. And let me just show you guys something real quick. Let me remove this and put Cerebral Tackle. Okay, Cerebral Tackle. You see how you have your logo right in the middle of the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this format is how I'm thinking of having it tomorrow. So we'll have the 4 anglers on the outside, and then you'll have your logo right there in the middle. So we'll know that you're doing the commentary. So does this look fine for everybody?
Looks good to me.
All right, yeah, because we have a few other ways that we can do it, but I'm trying to get everything set up so that everybody will be able to view the anglers out there on the water, the best that they can. And we have Campbell J Fishing checking in. All right, so let me just. All right, there we go. We have.
Can you hear me, MoneyBass?
Yeah, so we have Campbell J Fishing. I can hear you
excellent.
just fine. And
good. I got the on the water setup going here, so I want to make sure the audio is good.
Gotcha. Okay, so there we go. We have everybody on the screen now. So we have David Quintero.
What's up, Brandon?
There he goes, Fishing checking in. And let me just double check on the Facebook and YouTube side of things, and then we will get right into it, guys. Oh, and there is a poll up. I don't know if any of you guys have already noticed, but there's a poll up. So the question for the evening is, place your bets. Who will win tomorrow? So right now, I mean, we have a few people checking in. They started voting pretty quick. So right now,
I voted.
Oh, wait a minute. Who did you vote for?
Hey, us BPS boys got to stick together.
I knew that. So you have your vote on Country Boy Fishing. All right. So Quintero, did you vote?
No,
Mike,
where
did you vote?
No, I didn't vote. I haven't seen the poll yet, so I haven't voted yet. I'm gonna go in there and vote though.
Yeah.
Vote for yourself.
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna vote for myself.
Wait a minute. If y'all can't be in there voting for yourself. So just a quick note to everybody. So Campbell J. Fishing, he is not right now. It's looking like he isn't going to be able to make it tomorrow, but he will be ready for the next one.
Correct.
So some things came up, so he had an emergency issue, so he won't be making it. So there will be 4 of us out there on the lake going for what we know on the lake. But real quick, back to the poll. So it's place your bets. Who will win tomorrow? So we have MoneyBass. Here you go. We have Quintero. There you go. All right. And then we have Brandon with Country Boy Fishing. All right. 2 thumbs up. All right. We have Campbell J. Fishing already made his vote with Country Boy Fishing. And we have There He Go Fishing. Go ahead and give him a thumbs up. All right. There, he gave you the salute. All right. So yeah. So the poll is in there. Make sure you guys.
Mike a little tricky over there. He a little tricky.
As long as I don't lose a poll, I'll be good. I can concentrate.
Oh yeah. He lost that pole on that last one. That pole went flying off the boat. But hey, I've lost, I think, 2 poles on live, and I lost that $200 foot pedal for the target lock. And I can't remember the other thing, but yeah, I've lost quite a few things on the.
I think Money has more money. Money has more money on the bottom of Lake Lanier than in his boat.
That's right, and more money on the bottom of the lake than what I win.
I guarantee we get another good drought. We can go out there and find all the stuff we lost.
Don't do that. Don't say that. Don't say that. No. Don't say
Go
that.
magnet fishing a couple times. I'm thinking for some stuff.
All right, so let me just hop into the chat. I see we have a few guys on here, and I'm thinking a lot of the guys will come back and just watch this on the replay. So it's not going to be a long live stream. We're just going to get in here. You know, maybe we'll give a few predictions. We do have the poll running, but want to give a shout out once again to the Money Team. We have Greg checking in. He says, "Good evening, MoneyBass," and he hit me with the 1. And we have Joseph. All right, another strong supporter of the channel. Really, really appreciate you checking in. And he says, "Can I vote for a hawk?" Wait a minute. Guys, he's not even going to be fishing tomorrow. Chicken Hawk.
He's feeling sympathy for the elderly.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, Chicken Hawk's still out there hiding. But like I said, I think I got him locked down for next month. So we'll see how that goes. All right, so let's see who else we have. So Joseph, yeah, looking out for Chicken Hawk. All right, Sunrise Showdown says, this is going to be good. Oh, yeah, we're going to have some fun out here with this one. All right, Ivy Moore, what's going on, man?
Yes, sir.
He says, money, money, money. That is right. And we might have Pat checking in on 1 or 2 of these on the water challenges coming up. I know he has his boat about to get back on the water. He says, Mike coming back strong this time. Wait a minute.
Appreciate it, Pat. Appreciate it.
Hey, man,
come on, Mike.
You get you some new hooks?
No, Mike be quiet about his. Mike is quiet. Watch out, Mike.
If I can break down the lake real quick and figure it out, I'd be good. Like I said, but I ain't been out there in about a week, so I gotta do some shucking and jiving tomorrow.
And you saying he being quiet? He'll be quiet till he sets that hook. He act all calm and nonchalant right now because last time it was a little rough for him. But let him set that hook before you do, and watch how much that mouth starts working.
Oh, that's how it works. That's how I get down.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be the silent assassin. You think he quiet? Mike is he quiet till he sets that hook.
My co-angler this weekend kept pulling out drag every now and then, and I'd hear it, and I turn around, and I think he was, hooked up. I'd go, man, you got to stop doing that. He goes, don't worry. When I hook up, you'll know. I sound like a middle school girl screaming her head off.
And what he's referring to, guys, is the BFL took place. The Super Tournament took place this past weekend on Lake Lanier, and it was tough for
us,
just a few people, because it looked like it was not tough for about 90% of the people that was out there. Yeah. Because I was only able to bring in 1 fish, guys. I mean, I got some fish on, but just wasn't able to get them to the boat. But hey, all that really matters is what you bring to the scale, right? So I only had 1 to show for that Super Tournament, but it was enough for me to hold on to remain in that top 45, and your partner qualify for the regional. So I'm going to be heading to Lake Norman October 19th, 20th, and 21st. Haven't been to that lake before, so I'll go out there, scout it out, and see what I can make happen, guys.
There you go.
All right. So let's see. Let me get through these comments real quick, and then we'll see if anybody has any comments they want to say.
I think
All
there's
right,
a lot
so-
of small fish in Norman, so you should do pretty good.
What's that? Wait a minute. That didn't sound like a compliment.
That was a little jab. That was a jab.
What was that?
That was a jab.
That was a jab. Yeah, hit me with the jab.
He hit you with the jab.
All right, then. All right. Shout out to Cool C. What's going on? He says, "What's up, money?" Shout out to the money team. Cool C. He's fishing the BFLs too. Did you make the regionals, Cool C? I know you were coming at him strong on the co-angler side of things. And shout out to Ivy Moore. What does Ivy Moore say? He says, "Good luck to all you brothers." Oh yeah, we're gonna be out there making it happen tomorrow. Then again, shout out to Greg. He says, "David, Mike, Brandon, and Cerebral. Nice meeting you all." Oh yeah. So this is pretty much just to meet the crew, guys. So sometimes you'll see the same faces. Sometimes it may rotate in and out, but I just want to each time, whenever we get ready to do these, we'll do an meet the anglers. And then what I always try to do for the members of the channel, the money team, shout out to the money team, is have a just a follow-up recap video. And that one is just pretty much be the members of the channel in there. So you guys will, we'll go over the details of what we were doing. Give you guys maybe some of the behind the scenes info if you want to know that kind of stuff. And, just see who won, who lost, all that good stuff, and see who, see how things turned out. All right. And let's see. We have Texas Snoop checking in. He says, "I can't wait to see this." Oh yeah, we're gonna have fun with this one, guys. And I know Quintero, you were talking about that storm that was coming through. You said you've already checked the barometric pressure and everything, right? Quintero, can you hear us? Oh, I think his audio may be out.
Yeah, I think his audio went out.
All right. But yeah, so he was talking about, because right now, well, it sounds like it stopped raining now, but the rain was coming down pretty strong just a few minutes ago. So I know he was talking about that and saying that it was probably going to be tough tomorrow. So we'll see. We'll see what's going on tomorrow when we hit the lake. All right. Then Ivy Moore says, "Might need to get him some of them spear point." What is that? Spear point?
Hooks.
I think they're hooks.
Hooks. That's what I was thinking. So that may have been DP that people was on the last one where DP was talking about his
yeah.
All right, then Pat says, "How many boats were in that BFL?" I think there was 135 in that super tournament that just took place this weekend. All right, then Campbell J, how are you going to win, since I forgot to say nice to meet you? Let me see.
Well, I'll tell you,
he says you are going to win. But guess what?
Unfortunately, I'm not fishing tomorrow.
That's right. He is not going to win.
I can't win.
Yeah, he has his money on Country Boy Fishing over there. Wave to him, Country Boy. There you go, Country Boy Fishing. All right.
As many times as he's put a beat down on me, I'm wondering, where you at, man?
So what's going on?
Big sacks he comes in with.
So what's going on with that, Brandon? Yeah, he's talking about you've been out there catching some weight.
Hey, man, we just out there having fun. That's all. That's all.
Look, listen, he's been doing so well. They come in, I said, "Man, where you catch him?" He said, "Why don't you go fishing with me? I'll show you."
In the water, huh?
Yeah.
Come go fishing. Yeah, go fishing.
Look who we have in the chat. We have There He Go Fishing in the chat. How you in the chat too?
I see Greg say hello, so I just hit back and say hey.
All right, good deal. And we have Joseph. He says, "Regional, son, send it." Oh yeah. We'll see what happens over there in regional. But Campbell J Fishing is right. I've heard that there are a lot of small fish in there, but of course those aren't the ones you're going to need to win. So we'll have to see how that goes. Then we have Vernon Neal. Vernon Neal checking in, says, "What's good, guys?" Oh yeah, we're about to get out here on the water. And like I said, the link for tomorrow's live stream, we're going to start at 9 a.m. guys. We're going to run to 2 o'clock, 9 a.m. to 2 o'clock. The link will be in the description of this video. As soon as we finish, I will go ahead and drop that link. I did not want to put that link out prior to putting this out, so people wouldn't get might get confused between the two. But the link will be put out in the description. And if you are subscribed to the channel, you should receive the notification. Just make sure you have clicked the notification bell and you'll receive that. All right, let me hop in these last two real quick. We have Sunrise Showdown says, "Good luck in the tournament. Congrats making it to regionals." Oh yeah, it's in October, so I have a little bit of time to get out there and put those electronics, that side scan and sonar to work, trying to find out where those big fish are at. All right, let's see. Vernon Neal and Ivy. Let me see. Being all nice about it. What do you say? Like they ain't offering hook sets for free. Okay, all right. And Joseph says, y'all catching. All right, we'll see. Are we gonna catch them? Guys, what is this? Does anybody know who this is? We have the MoneyBass Tid checking in. He says, in the words of Big John McCarthy, formerly of the UFC, let's get it on. Let's get it on. All right, so yeah, so let's give a breakdown now. Who is out here? So what's your game plan? Well, actually, let's look at this poll real quick. Then we'll get the game plans together. Let's see what everybody's talking about in here. Place your bets. Who will win tomorrow? They're sleeping on Quintero. They don't know that if I was to vote, I would probably be putting my bet on Quintero. But all right, so we have MoneyBass. Hey, I'm coming in strong at 59%. But do you think it might be a little biased? Maybe.
Yeah, they might favor you a little bit, just a little.
I think we're on his channel, so yeah,
but that's not the reason. That's not the reason.
That's not it.
Mm-mm.
That's not.
That has nothing to do with it.
All right, then we have Quintero coming in at 6%. Where your fans at? Where did Quintero go?
He fell off.
Right. Yeah, he'll be. I'll bring him back up in just a second. So while it is like that, and once again for everybody just checking in, this format right here is pretty much the way that. Let me see. Hold on, just a second. Let me drop that and then back in.
Now, did I hear you say earlier that Cerebral will be hosting? Or
yes,
not
sir.
Hosting, but
right. He
will.
That's right. He will be the MC. And what we are currently looking at, I'll bring Quintero up in just a second. I see him back in the back again. But since there will only be 4 anglers tomorrow, this right here will be the setup. So we'll have the four anglers on the larger screens, and then Cerebral Tackle. You can see his logo right there in the middle. So this is the setup that you guys will see tomorrow. I was just trying to get everything set up the best way to where you can get the, a larger view of the anglers while we're out there on the water. And for anyone that is not familiar with how we are doing the on the water challenges, just go to the channel and just scroll down and you'll see on the water live. Just click one of those and it'll give you an idea of how everything will be set up. All right, let me bring Quintero back on here. Hold on, just bear with me.
Cerebral Tackle is not allowed to mention anything about poles falling off boats.
Okay. You know what? Yeah, that's fair. That's fair enough. I still feel bad about that, but man, that goes down all-time greatest timing.
Yeah, it was. It couldn't have been scripted more better.
Yeah,
that was on. I was like, as soon as you typed, and I read it, and it happened. I was
right,
like, what?
Right with the super chat on top of that.
Yeah,
it just made it sting a little bit more.
I believe he was on my boat pushing it over for me.
Man, that was painful to watch. Man, that hurt.
All right, Quintero, can you hear us okay now? I think his sound is out. All right, so we have Bottom Line Outdoors says from Florida to North Carolina, we'll be getting a lot of rain. How will the high position? Let me see. How will the high position the bass? I mean, so yeah, so that's what we'll get into, guys. So what are you planning to do tomorrow? Just give a few little inside tips. For me, I can already tell y'all, I'm going deep. I'm gonna live or die out there. Whether you know what I mean, that is my thing. So that's what I'm gonna do. That's the game plan. I'm gonna get out there and see what I can do to make it happen. So let's see. There he go fishing. What you got? You're muted. You're
muted.
I'm gonna start off at show markers, throwing me a fluke. Seeing if I get them to come up. If I can't get them to come up, then I'm gonna go shallow with a jig and a saggy head. I might throw a spark shad. Just try to fill them out.
Oh man, you're gonna pull out the jig on us. So you're going for the win-win. You're trying to take the whole community pot.
Don't sleep on that spark shad there either.
Yeah, if I go deep, I'm throwing an A-rig with spark shad on it over the top of brush pile.
Oh, come on, man. Not the A-rig. You can't do it to us like that.
Hey, I got to come back.
You need some redemption, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you're giving of course I'm gonna start off with something trying to get them to come up. I'll throw something like a top water Sammy, something like that. I like that Seville. Haven't really been able to get too much action on that. So that, and then my spy bait, you know, I have to try that, and then follow that with shaky head drop shot, something like that. So that's pretty much my game plan, guys. I'll be offshore trying to make it happen. All right, and then who do we have next? Quintero, can you hear us yet?
He's having a hard time. We're over in chat. He can't hear anything.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I
he's
think
over there. He's over there tying on. I saw he was on his boat.
He's
Not getting
preparing.
ready for tomorrow. He's
Yeah,
like,
but I
nope,
think-
nope. I can't tell you guys what I can't hear. What? I can't hear. Did you say game plan?
Yeah, you want
I
to see
think
what I'm doing? Zoom in.
All right.
He says
and-
audio. He says audio's out, so I guess he got to give it permission to use his audio. I guess.
Okay, let me just check something real quick. Yeah, he's not muted. So yeah, he should be good. But yeah, so it's just something on his end that hasn't been set up yet. So what you got, Country Boy Fishing? What is the game plan? What are you gonna do? I know you kind of a crankbait man a little bit and a swim bait guy.
Well, I'm gonna be throwing that contact. I'm still going for that contact pot.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's still available. That's still
Oh
available.
yeah.
That's
Oh
still
yeah.
Yes,
So
it is.
glad
Okay.
that you mentioned
All
that.
right.
So Leah, let's get up and get into that real quick, and then I'll let Cerebral Tackle hop in and say something.
Mike, don't worry about it. Go on, do your jig.
Look at he
Don't
started looking around like he's trying to find a contact. Look at
Right,
he's like,
right. Don't worry
No.
about all that. Don't worry.
I got
about
some on the
it.
boat. I bought some
Don't worry
today.
about it being on the boat. Just make sure it stay in the tackle box. That's all we're worried about.
I give you the first 30. I give you the first 30 minutes.
Go to your jig. As long as you go to your jig, you good. Go to your jig.
It's only one. So the first person who catches it, then that sponsor money is gone with that. So look, let me go through the rules real quick, guys, just so everybody knows. So let me see. So we're not gonna go by the length. We're going by weight of the fish. So the fish must weigh 1.5 pounds or more to count. And yes, and we aren't measuring, we aren't going by length. Basically, you guys have seen it before, so everybody here pretty much knows the routine. But for the guys that are just checking in, what we will be using, just bear with me real quick, is a Bubba scale, guys. And so I know there he go fishing, David Quintero, and I have one for you, Country Boy Fishing, that you'll be able to use tomorrow. But pretty much this is what we will be using, guys, these Bubba scales. And after we catch a fish, what we will do is, let me just put it on real quick. All right, so when it first comes on, you guys see how it's not zeroed in. There we go. See how it's not zeroed in? It has that one on there
it's got
already.
one on it.
Right. So what we'll do is hold it to the camera, and then we will hit clear. That clear button right there. Trying to get that on there for you guys. Sorry about that.
Are you going to do that before each weigh?
Right, before each one, you have to clear it, because what's happening is it may be pulling the weight of the attachment itself. So you have to make sure it's not touching anything. So what we'll do is hold it so that everyone can see that we're hitting that clear button, and then it will zero it out. There we go. I'm trying to get in front of the camera, guys. And the reason why it's doing that is because it keeps hitting my the computer here. But let me just see if I can try to do it. But just bear with me, guys. This is a live show, so you know how we do sometimes.
There we go.
There it is.
So once you hit that, then it'll zero out. Then you pretty much get the whole fish and the scale in there. You clamp that fish on, it'll pull down, and then as soon as it locks on, you just hit this button right here in the middle. Like I said, bear with me, guys. So as soon as it comes on, you'll be able to see it kind of moving right there. And then what you want to do is hit this button right here in the middle. No, actually, with these scales, guys, exactly. Yeah, I forgot about that. We have these set to where it will auto check. So you see how it's bouncing around. That way, the anglers, we won't be setting the weight. The scales will set the weight, and so it'll bounce.
So
around
it auto locks the weight.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to hold it still enough so you guys will see, but I can't really do it. So let me just hit the button.
You suck at this.
Get him, James. Get him.
Yeah, but so you guys get the point. The main thing is you have to zero it out, show that it's zeroed out, then weigh that fish and turn it and just show it to the camera so everybody can see it. See that weight on there, and then in the chat is actually going to get active and write down your name, the number of fish, the weight, and for each fish that we catch, you will get $5 out of the community pot. So they will put your name, the number of dollars that you have gained out of that community pot, the number of fish, and your total weight. And of course, if someone gets that sponsor money. But let me just read through these real quick. It's only 6 things in here. So for each fish caught that weighs 1.5 pounds or more, you will get $5 from the pot. The angler that has the most weight after 4, so I think we're doing 4 to 5 hours, depending on how long we go for, of fishing, wins the remaining amount of the pot. So we have a community pot. Let me add Cerebral back in here. Okay, there we go.
So you're doing it, every fish counts over 1.5 pounds.
That's right. Every fish counts over 1.5 pounds. That way, have a little more interaction in there. Because I mean, you never know. Could be a dink fest, or we could get out there and pull in some of those 3-4 pounders. You just never know. But as long as it's 1.5 or better, so that way we don't have to worry about trying to measure the fish and keep the fish on camera while we're measuring those fish. So that kind of eliminates that. So that 1.5 pounds, we'll be able to verify that on the scale. Let's see. Then the next thing is the first angler that catches a fish using a Kitech product, and not just a swim bait, but a Kitech product, will win the $50 from the Kitech sponsor. So those funds are already on hold. They're pending. So as soon as someone catches that fish, and basically with that, all we're going to do is you take that whatever Kitech product that you have, you're going to hold that up to the camera to show everybody what you're about to cast. Then you go ahead and start fishing with it. Once you catch that fish, you come back and hold that fish up and that bait, showing that you caught it with that. And there you go. You got that out, right. So that'll automatically get sent to you. And pretty much everything is set up through Cash App right now, guys. So that's one of the reasons I was asking for everybody's Cash App for that. Let me see. And then the other thing, I'll finish these real quick, and then I'll let Cerebral Tackle hop in. All right. Then we have fish are to be weighed in front of the camera. Don't release the fish until the weight has been verified in the chat. So generally, I mean, you guys know how some of these lakes are. If you catch a fish right there and you're still going to continue to fish that spot, you may not want to let that fish go right then, because he'll go back down there and tell his friends.
Yes,
You don't want him to go back and tell his friends what just happened to him. So go ahead and put him in the live well. We'll leave him in there until you take off from that spot. Just you can release him after, whenever you're finished, whenever you're about to leave that spot, or when you don't have to put him in back right away. But basically, we're doing a catch and release scenario. That's pretty much what all this is set up for. But you may not want to release those fish immediately if you're still going to fish that school of fish. That's basically.
If you don't put him back, how you going to catch him again?
Oh no! I heard about some incidences that had some of that involved with catching same fish multiple times. I don't think we're gonna be doing that out there. All right, and then the next thing, anglers must stop fishing at at basically a designated time and be back at the launch site maybe 10 to 15 minutes later. So we're whenever we so at 2 o'clock, right before 2 o'clock, we're gonna announce last cast. And then it's like, if you're running, then you're already out of the game. But we're gonna, we'll have that countdown to where it's basically lines out. So whenever they announce, whenever we get the announcement lines out, then that's the end of the day, and then we'll take off and meet back at our designated spot. All right, and then you can cast an additional lure if fish are schooling on top water without reeling in the lure currently in the water. So basically, what this is for is, of course, those fish out there are schooling depending on where you're at. So we're trying to get some fish to the boat, guys. So let's say you're throwing a shaky head or you have a crankbait or something like that out there, and those fish start schooling and they're within range. You don't have to reel that line in. You can just go ahead and pick up your other rod, throw it out there, and see if you can get any of those schooling fish, and just say 2 rods in or something like that. So everybody will be watching. Then we'll be like, oh, he has 2 rods in. That means that more than likely somebody might be about to catch something. You see what I'm saying? So everybody, all eyes will be on you when we hear 2 rods in. All right.
Hey, there he go fishing. What he was saying was that you can cast 2 lures. He didn't physically mean throw the rod into the lake.
Oh man, the low blows.
I take
Here
that.
I was being nice on my rods out of the water at stop time. Here I was being nice for that comment, and then he had to go slap you anyway. That just ain't right.
I take it.
Oh man, it's rough out here. It's rough out here.
Hey, so Brandon.
Yes, sir.
You know that mean, it's a package deal. He rooting for you. I gotta beat you now.
Oh, yeah, hey, the hate comes in many forms and facets.
Well, hey, if Brandon doesn't show out tomorrow, I'm going to start questioning his other wins that I've witnessed. Because I'm wondering what happened.
Oh wow.
You're putting the pressure on him already.
No pressure.
Nah,
No
it's
pressure.
all
No
love.
pressure.
It's all love. He's my boy. It's all love.
All
Yeah.
fun. It's all
It
fun.
is. It is. It's all fun. It is.
All right, so I'll let Cerebral Tackle hop in. Did you have something that you wanted to add to the peoples?
Yes, sir. There's a nice company out of North Carolina. They're called Catch Outdoors. Now, not to be confused with Catch Company, but the guy out there that owns that operation is named Kelly. He and I go way back. Dude's very inventive dude. Some of the baits he comes up with are just like very outside the box, and man, he normally hits it out of the park when he does that too. Well, he's got one little bait called a jack slap. Now, it was a tungsten little blade bait tail spinner before they got cool and everybody else started making them here in the last year or two. And I just got a feeling that little bad boy will catch one of those spots on Lanier. And I say that because, I mean, okay, do I support his stuff? Yes. But I'm going to be honest with you. There's a lot of these baits that just flat out catch fish no matter the species. This little sucker, I'm not kidding you. First, like 4 casts in a row, I had a fish, and like 3 of them were different species. I'm not kidding. Basically, if it eats shad, it will eat this bait. And it's called the Jack Slap by Catch Outdoors. Now, y'all can get them. Tackle Warehouse's links to them right now on the product pages are a bit squirrely, but you can go to Catch Outdoors, pick you up one from Kelly himself. Let him know I sent you. Now, the first person here going forward to catch a fish on a jack slap, on a Catch Outdoor jack slap, you're going to get a tackle package directly from Kelly.
Okay.
And knowing the dude, he's going to hook you up. He's going to take care of you. He's a solid guy. It's just another fun bait to introduce because, like me being where I'm at, having to watch y'all from afar, I can armchair quarterback all I want. What I would throw in that situation, and as y'all know, and y'all know the lake real well, y'all are all on top of those linear spots. But, sometimes it's that bit of a different look from the outside looking in. Like if I fish with somebody on my home lake, they might throw something that I wouldn't normally think of, right? Because I'm kind of in my own mindset on my home lake, and they might show me a thing or two. So I thought might be kind of beneficial is if folks in the chat, and if I'm able to give a little something that way as well, just to help y'all think outside the box and maybe give y'all some further success out that way of a bait that y'all haven't had the occasion to miss with before.
Ooh, they got nickel. They got the nickel on there. So can you see it, Cerebral? Can you see it?
Yeah. Those are. And I'm gonna tell you something. That chartreuse shad too, and that oh man, that I love that. Yeah, and there you go. There's that hot blue.
How large are those?
I literally have a box that is just straight jack slaps. I kid you not, because they've just been too good. And because they're tungsten, they are very compact in size. But I mean, shoot, you can get them from that 1/6 all the way up there to a half. They're great. And when I was telling Money about these here a while back, watching one of those first lives that he did out there, because I was going, you know what? When y'all are doing the vertical up above them, drop shot and whatnot, getting right over top of them, one of the ways this little guy shines is like a little vertical hop presentation. Or when I'm using it, I like to let it pendulum back to me. You really can't fish it wrong because the way it's formed, it has that nice, good wobble action when you're reeling at any kind of a speed at all. But I mean, just a pendulum, just a way enough to make it barely move, make that tail flutter. I'm serious. If it eats shad, it eats them. I got spooled by a large striper on that 1/4 ounce size. I'm talking, it was a 15, 18 pound striper. Hit it. And I realized what I had in pants were shat that day. I'll just say that. It came up to me, and I was like, I mean, I had it on 8-pound line,
Oh,
and
good
it
Lord.
come up. I had them on my wife's crappie gear, and it come up to me. I'm like, oh, okay, so that's how it is. Fish turned around, took a run off, spooled me, and then finally ran it back up and just dropped it in front of me. I didn't have the hook penetrated because of it's such a big mouth, and such a small bait. But they'll catch anything. So tackle pack on the line there from Catch Outdoors. But I definitely encourage people to pick them up. You can get them at Tackle Warehouse. You can get them directly through Catch Outdoors. Through Kelly Barefoot. Just tell him that Cerebral Tackle sent you. He'll take good care of you. And it's just another one of those baits. When I'm out there watching y'all fish, getting jealous of y'all getting to fish on my old stomping grounds of Lanier,
Mm-hmm.
I know that would be something I would be throwing. Between that and the Kitech, I mean, I would have a hard time putting them down.
Yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
Cerebral, can you tell us how large is the actual lure? Because obviously we can see the picture, but can
Oh
you give us
yeah.
something to compare it to size wise?
Oh goodness gracious, that's a good question. I would say that quarter ounce is like, man, that quarter it's tiny. It's like I know my wife's got one here somewhere.
Would you say
Um,
2 inches, 2 inches, three
oh, it'd be
inches?
it'd be it. I think it's gonna be shorter. It's gonna be smaller than 2 inches. I want to say that
Oh
quarter
wow.
ounce is I want to say it's around an inch and a half, maybe. Samantha,
Oh
one
wow.
second,
Okay, so
fellas.
it's real small.
Probably about two 1 ounce bullet weights.
1 second.
That's what it sounds like. It sounds kind of like it's
Yeah, it's
about the size of a jig and spoon.
yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
close.
much. Yeah, yeah, a small jigging spoon, a small jigging spoon.
Okay.
I mean, they are tiny, and what really got me is when I very first started fishing, I was fishing a good open water lake, and my very first thought was, oh, by the way, where I got spooled was also a very, very open water lake as well. And my first worry was, okay, this bait is so small, they're gonna have a hard time seeing it. It's a needle in a haystack. Oh, they found it.
Oh yeah. Oh
They
yeah.
found it just freaking fine. And it blew my mind because it's like, okay, this bait is so small compared to just the vast openness around it. They had it on their radar, and
Gotcha.
and he was on me for a long time. You got to try it. You got to try it. I'm like, oh, okay. It really wasn't my style of bait when I very first started fishing it, and then I picked it up, and like I said, I went out there like first 4 casts, 4 fish. I'm like, okay, it's like that'll hook you. You know what I'm saying? It's like when that happens, you have that kind of success, that outright. It's like, okay, maybe this bait's got something. And he has other stuff, like he has these zero gravity jigs that are made of a composite material where they have
Oh,
an
interesting.
extremely slow fall rate. Like I want to say it's 1 foot every 3 seconds.
Whew,
Gotcha. Okay.
So,
take
and
a
he also
nap.
has like an underspin, an airquake underspin that does the same thing. He also has a chatterbait that's one of the airdrops that has that very slow fall to it. It's just the guy thinks outside the box. He does some. He's known for doing custom. He got into the business doing custom paint. Y'all remember back in the day when Skeet Reese was rocking that yellow and black safe face mask
Skeet Reese still rocks the black and yellow.
on the face mask on the safe face?
I haven't seen him with the face mask in a while, but he's still rocking that yellow and black. That's for sure.
That face mask was done by Kelly Barefoot,
Ah,
and he did one for me too. He's done. Oh no! See, now I'm gonna go and I'm gonna forget the name of the Excite Baits. Y'all familiar with Excite Baits?
I've heard of that before.
They're crankbaits. They're square bills. He does several custom colors for them, and y'all might look in this out there too. He has a smallmouth pattern that is so sexy. I mean, wow. I mean, it looks like a smallmouth fry. It is so sexy. It's just insane.
yeah, we don't have
Um,
any. We don't have any smallmouth on
yeah.
Lanier. At least I've never seen any.
Yeah, y'all do have some in that. Y'all do have some though in Georgia though, right? You go up North Georgia, maybe. Does Hartwell
Yeah.
have them?
No, Hartwell is basically a spitting image of Lanier. I
Gotcha.
think. I don't know of any lake in Georgia that does have smallmouth. To be
Yeah,
honest with you, I think you get in
Burton.
Tennessee.
You gotta go to
Is
Burton.
it Burton?
Up
Okay.
Burton and up that way. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that would be way up north.
Yeah,
I'm
above
about to get
Halleck.
I'm about to get a size for you there. My wife grabbed the box of these jack slabs here, but I
Are they
literally have
proportional?
a
Cerebral, are they proportional as you go up in weight? Do they get larger, or does it stay the same, just get heavier?
they do get larger. They do get
Okay.
larger. It's it's
But
it's like
it's made out of tungsten, right?
yes, sir,
Yeah,
tungsten,
so
and
yeah, smaller. Yeah, they're heavy but smaller. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. It's like like what I stock is like as far as in my little box here, what I do is I throw the quarters and the sixths because that does a lot of what I need. And the quarter comes in at an inch and a quarter long.
Wow.
So
That's tiny.
it is a small bait, but I mean just freaking deadly.
Gotcha. So what we'll
Yeah.
do is we'll just figure out a way to get an order in, and then look at Mike. Look at there he go. uh-oh. Uh-oh. So look, get rid of that spark shad if you want that $50.
I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing Brandon.
So look, we'll figure out a way to get in an order for the
It ain't no good if it's in the packet.
Yeah. So look, guys, we'll figure out a way to get an order in for the let me see if I can pull it back up here real quick.
Yeah,
for the jack
I like to get
slabs.
some of those. Yeah, I like to
Hold
get.
on, I got one question. Can I ask?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm really intrigued about this jig. How big is it in lengthwise?
On that jack slab?
No, the jig. The
jigs themselves. My goodness, I don't have it in front of me. They're I want to say the hook's right at a 4/0. It's basically as far as size wise, it's comparable to about anything else.
So it's a
As far as like on the 3/8 of the half, it's very comparable to about anything else the same size. It's just that flat kind of underside of the head and that composite material. It'll rock so slow falling.
Oh my, yeah, I'm looking at that. Is the head set up for like a swim bait type of, not swim bait, but a swimming jig type of
You can. I mean, I know people that do swim it. You can swim it, but it's not really shaped that way. It's more of kind of your kind of a catch-all, pitching, flipping, casting kind of head. But I mean, I know people that swim it. Ain't no problem with swimming it. I mean, heck, as a matter of fact, you swim it with something with a flat trailer that will help kind of stabilize it or give it that kind of plane retrieve. It'll level out and just come back to you nice and slow. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to, I mean, you can throw a paddle tail on it, but you don't have to, I guess is what I'm saying. I would almost swim it with something flat like a beaver or like a Kitech crazy flapper, something that gives a little bit of kick to the back of it. It would be nasty. So I wouldn't be afraid to throw it over the
Gotcha. I hear some feedback coming from somebody.
Yeah, somebody's getting some feedback or something.
Yeah, it kind of stopped now.
I hear it too.
All right,
hey, Joseph said I need a Snoopy ride.
All right, look, let me hop back into the chat real quick just to see where we're at with everybody. All right, let's see. Let me drop this down. Hold on, just bear with me, guys. Let me get back in here. All right, so let's see where were we at. All right, so yeah, the MoneyBass Tid, he said, let's get it on. All right, so I think that's where we had left off at. Let's see. Joseph says them polls had it coming. Is he talking about there he go? Oh,
yeah, he did. He did.
All right, then we have the MoneyBass Kid checking in again. He says there are some Lanier sticks in this challenge. Not sure who has the edge. Maybe a grind tomorrow after the weather change. Oh yeah, I wish Quintero could hear us because I wanted to see what he had to say about that weather change that he was talking about earlier. All right.
He said there's some He said there's some Lanier sticks in this challenge. Where?
Uh-oh. Campbell J.
I
Fish is-
include myself in that category.
I was gonna say you saying I'm not in it, so where the sticks at? Yeah, we'll have to see if that's the case or not. We'll have to see. All right, then let's see. What else did he say? All right, then Joseph says my wife about went 8 on a guy one day that what is that? Deck washed us in a cabin cruiser and washed 2 of her rods
Ooh.
off the deck. Uh-oh. I was gonna turn her loose if there weren't kids on his boat. Oh, that's definitely ugly right there.
I
I would be
feel her.
pulling bail money if it was a missus. I definitely have to have bail money out.
I
Yeah,
feel her pain. I feel her pain.
yeah, that's definitely ugly right there. All right, and let's see. He says, Quintero says he can't hear you over the sound of his awesomeness. Them baits gonna jiggle. Yeah, he's over there watching. He's over there tying on. He's like, yeah, I can't hear what you guys are saying, so I can't really tell you my game plan. I'll just show you. How about that? All right, then we have Texas Snoop says, Money, what lake will you be fishing on? So tomorrow at 9 a.m., we will be on Lake Lanier, guys. It will be live. So the format that I was showing you guys earlier, let me see. So I can pull it up again real quick. I see Brandon dropped off, but let me just drop this real quick. So tomorrow, when we are out on the lake, guys, this right here will be the format that you will see us out on the lake on. So what you're seeing right here is the 4 anglers. There will be 4 of us fishing. So Campbell J. Fishing had an emergency, so he will not be fishing tomorrow, but you will have, that's right. So Campbell J. Fishing will not be there tomorrow, but he will probably be on the next one. But you will have the 4 anglers that are fishing on the outside, and then Cerebral Tackle, his logo is right there in the center. He will be doing the commentating, guys. All right, so that is the game plan. So that's what we're doing tomorrow, 9 a.m. So make sure you guys share this link. It will be interactive, the same way you see me going through the chat. You guys can give suggestions to the anglers. You can talk trash in the chat, all of that good stuff, because we'll be going at each other too, because I'm pretty sure somebody's going to be catching. I should have did a poll on who do you think is going to catch the smallest fish. so yeah,
I caught it last time.
So yeah, if it's a dink fest going on, there's going to be a lot of trash talking then.
It's
All
a
right.
doo-wop.
Yeah, I
You
have
got
to
to call
tell
it
you
a
guys,
doo-wop.
Money beat me this weekend by 1 ounce.
But it wasn't too much of a beating because we both only had 1 fish in a
True.
super tournament. So yeah, it was ugly.
Hey, it was super for those other guys, not for us.
Right. That is true. All right, then Joseph says, would y'all believe I don't own a single Kitech product? Never have. So maybe we get out there and start
Joseph,
slinging.
we're going to have a talk, Joseph. We're going to have a talk.
Oh yeah, maybe when we get out there and start flipping some of these fish to the boat, maybe that might change his mind on it. All right, then we have Sunrise Showdown says easy to talk crap when you're not the one fishing, Campbell.
Oh, that's my brother. That's why he's giving me crap.
Okay, I didn't know that. I've seen
that's my brother.
Okay, shout out to Sunrise Showdown. I did not know that. He has been in the chat plenty of times, so shout out to you. Really appreciate that. All right,
Yeah, I didn't even know. He asked me about it the last one, and I was like, I didn't see you in the chat. And then when he told me his name, I was like, that's why I missed it.
Right,
Yeah.
right. All right, and let's see. We have who is it? C219 Troll says, "What's up, guys?" He's out there doing his thing on the lake. Then we have Eat Squawk checking back in. Says, "Are y'all gonna catch him this time, or am I gonna have to fly to Georgia and teach you how it's done?"
Get him on a plane. See,
that's what I'm talking about, guys. We're gonna be live just like this, but it will be on the water in a tournament setting. Let me do my quotes right there. So we should be bringing some fish to the boat, so we'll see how it works. But yeah, Eat Squawks is already waiting. Like, do I need to get a plane ticket? All right, then
Hey, I got a question, Money, Cerebral.
Mm-hmm.
So since we've got viewers in the audience that do not have Kitech products, I think you two should kind of put your brains together, maybe come up with a giveaway, give these viewers an opportunity to maybe get their hands on some Kitechs.
Absolutely. What we'll do is I'll get together with Money, because I know every state's different on how they do their giveaways via YouTube. We'll see. Let's just say that they're pretty restrictive in my state on how it's done. So we'll see if maybe they're not a little bit easier on that in Georgia, and see if we can't do it that way. You know what I'm saying? Go through Money, and hopefully we can get some stuff given away. I'd love that.
All right.
Yeah.
If y'all need help donating some product, I can get some product donated to y'all too. I mean, I can get a couple packs and turn them in.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So we can
Yeah,
make
just
it.
throwing it out there. Just
Yeah,
throwing
we
out
can
there.
make it happen.
It's a great idea because, I mean, I tell you, I love promoting their stuff. And, it really is like everybody's used to the swim baits, but there's so much more to it. And, man, I mean, like, I can't believe, I don't know if any of y'all have any of those crazy flappers, but a lake like Georgia or on Lanier, like with those spots, that should be a crime, not having crazy flappers. They're like a little crawl bait.
Yeah.
And they actually, fun fact here, that perpendicular appendage on the tail, they were doing it and they actually got it patented on the crazy flapper before another big company that, let's just say their bait rhymes with gauge, gauge frail instead of you know what. Before they were doing that, Kitech was doing it. And but you know how it is in fishing. You only have to have a minute change in order to get it past the patent product or patent patent stage.
Gotcha.
And so, the other company come out and they did that, but that's what started that whole tail, that perpendicular section that causes that wide kick, was actually the crazy flapper from Kitech. And it is a nasty little crawbait.
Okay. All right. All right, guys. So let me hop back into the chat real quick. I see some good comments coming in here. Let's see, where were we at? Let's see. So Sunrise Showdown says, love it though. Good comedy, and it shows the good personality of these guys. All right. So yeah, I mean, hey, you might see a comedy show tomorrow. We don't know what's in store yet. So we shall see how that works out. All right. Then Joseph says, show of hands, which one of y'all using a net and who's gonna be boat flipping? Be honest. All right. So what do we have? Okay. So Country Boy Fishing, he is gone. So he is not in here.
Uh-oh.
And okay, we have There He Go Fishing is back. So for me, check this out. So another thing that I have started doing is who is that coming back in here? Let's see.
Out and log back in. But
Okay, there we go. Okay.
Oh, we can hear you. We got audio.
yay.
All right, there we go. There we go. So we can
Hang on.
let
Let
me
me get the
these.
camera back. Can y'all hear
Yeah,
me?
because
Yeah,
Yep.
we got you on audio.
Yep.
Man,
Can you hear us?
I do both. I flip in.
I was on. It was quiet the whole time, so you guys probably talked all kind of craziness about me.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
There
nothing but good. Nothing but good.
There He Go Fishing had a lot of stuff to say about you. I mean, I don't even want to repeat the stuff he was saying. I was like, I didn't even know he knew you like that to just be dogging you out like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I'll ever say is just don't catch any dinks because he's pretty much waiting to kind of go in on you tomorrow. So,
Oof.
Hey,
yeah.
Brian, I was gonna show what's name. He talking about these.
Turn your phone landscape and then it'll make it bigger. There we go.
How about these? You talking about these here? These noisy flappers?
Oh, noisy flappers.
Yeah, I use those a lot.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that's akin to the crazy flapper. That's a frog bait, boy. Ooh, I'm glad you showed those. Those are
Be quiet. Be quiet.
You know what's up.
He does
I know
really
what I'm thinking tomorrow.
All right, and look, just to say something about this question. So Joseph, member of the Money Team, shout out to the Money Team. Make sure if you guys want to support the channel, you click that join button right below the video. It will give you just some basic information about how you can become a member. Those are the guys that we call the Money Team. Just a small contribution each month to help out the channel. But Joseph says, show of hands, which one of y'all is going using a net and who is going to boat flip? So one of the things, if you guys take a look at the banner down at the bottom, support your favorite angler. So what I did is I got the anglers cash apps and I put those cash apps down there. So if you guys want to see some boat flipping or something like that, or you just want to support one of your anglers, that's that whoever you're voting for in this poll, the cash apps are down there. So if you see a good boat flip or something like that, hey, yeah, I mean, if Campbell J. Fishman was out there and he flipped a good one, cash app him 10 cents or something like that.
10 cents.
But if your partner MoneyBass out there flipping some fives, you might want to cash app him 5. No, but seriously, guys. So it's just a way to just have some fun into it. And then what we'll do is when they get those cash apps coming in, we'll always have shout outs to people that contribute to the anglers and contribute to the channel. Of course, what I do here each week is whoever gives the largest super chat or super sticker for the channel during the live stream, they are the sponsor of that live stream. That's the way we do to support the channel, but just trying to come up with a little something, to give the anglers a little incentive to actually get out there and catch some fish. So if you guys come up with some ideas, something like that, you feel free to hit me up on my Instagram or just shoot me a comment, and then I'll see what I can incorporate to kind of, keep adding to this to kind of make it more of an interactive thing so that everybody, will feel like they're part of the action that's going on out there on the water. All right. So we're going to see who's going to be out there flipping the fish and who's going to be using the net. So for me, depending on how big the fish is, I'll just use a net because I really don't, when I flip my fish, I don't like those fish hitting the boat deck. So if it looks like it may be that type of situation out there, then I'll probably go ahead and pick the net up. All right. And then there he goes, said he's going to do a little combination of both. So he's going to flip his into the net.
It all depends. It all depends. If I'm fishing with that 8-pound Seaguar leader, I'll put the net on it because if he's a big spot, I don't want to break him off. So
gotcha. All right, and let's see what else do we have. Joseph says Money ain't saying nothing. He might even have a net guy riding with him. Oh, come on, Joseph. Come on, man. Don't be calling me out like that. Yeah, I mean,
no. If you watch Money while he's filming, if you watch him try to net a bass at the same time that he's doing everything else, it's obvious there's not a net guy with him.
Oh yeah, it gets kind of ugly. It gets pretty ugly with me trying to net those fish and while I'm recording and responding to chats and all that kind of stuff. It gets kind of ugly. All right, so the Mass Bass.
Oh, Lake Blue Ridge. Okay.
Says Lake Blue Ridge has some good smallmouth. All right. All right. You guys were talking about smallmouth a little earlier. I see you guys are getting active in the chat. Let me try to fly through these real quick. We've been rolling for almost an hour, guys. So I think does anybody else have any questions or anything about the format or anything like that? If not, I'm gonna shoot through these texts and then we'll go ahead and
no, I'm good. All
right.
We're fit. All right. All right. And up.
Say it again.
1.5 pounds is a keeper.
Right, 1.5 pounds is a keeper, and then we're all using the bubble scales. We'll weigh it. Just step back so that they can see you clear it, and then step back so they can see you put the fish on there, hold it, and then just put the scale back to the camera so that they can see it once it locks. All right. And let's see. We have Joseph. He says, there he go. You need some 30-pound, 13-strand braid on that Kitech and tied to a Snoopy pole for gentle boat flipping. All right. Then we have Pat checking in. He says, CT, get your JDM tackle facts ready for tomorrow. I'm taking notes. All right. We might have to have,
all right. We can do that.
Yeah, we might have to have DP step back in so y'all can start talking again. All right. Then Ivy Moore says, hey, what are y'all going to do? Use live scope or y'all kicking live scope out of the game? All right. So, hey, guys, you know me. I'm going to be out there. Let me go ahead and fix that. I'm going to be out there running that Mega Live. What do you have? There he go. What you running?
I'm running that target lock.
Target lock. All right.
If I'm going deep, I'm gonna go that target lock.
Wait a minute. You have Mega Live, don't you?
Yeah. Target lock on that Mega Live.
Well, target lock is Lowrance. So
no. Active target is Lowrance.
Oh, wait a minute.
I run active target.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So you're running Mega Live and target lock.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you'll have. And then what about you, Quintero? I know Quintero over there. He has
little small, 2 little flashers up front. That's about it.
Oh wow! Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
I run the Garmin Live Scope, just a little 10-inch screen in the front.
You hear him? Just a little 10-inch screen.
He said 2 little flashers. That was great.
Yeah. See, everybody else playing Xbox. David down there playing ice fishing. I see how it is.
Exactly. All right, then we have Joseph. He says, oh, you know it. If I can get in here, I'm clowning on everybody. Oh, yeah. Joseph is going to get in there and cause some havoc in the chat. All right, then we have Edward Cohen checking in. What's going on? Edward is back. Really appreciate it. Let me give him some hand claps. Got the hand claps for Edward Cohen. He was on the last He was on one of the live streams. So yeah, great conversation. He had some great comments. Looking forward to you getting active in the chat tomorrow, letting us hear your opinion about the catches or the non-catches.
We need to find out. We
that are
need to
happening
find out
tomorrow.
where we need to find out where Joseph's from, so we can get him up here to Lanier and you know.
Let me add. All right, you back. You hopped off for a quick second. Can you
No, I
hear
said
me? Go ahead. We can hear you.
Yeah, I said we need to find out where Joseph is located at. We need to get him up here so he can have a good day on Lanier with us.
Gotcha. Okay, I think Joseph's out there doing a little traveling, so he might swing through. All right, let's see. So Edward Cohen says, "Is that storm going to affect you?"
I think it's supposed to be pretty clear tomorrow. That hurricane's supposed to suck everything out of this air. So
yeah, it's going to be a nice day tomorrow.
Yeah,
and that's what I was telling them, Quintero, that you were talking about the barometric pressure and all of that stuff earlier.
Yeah, it was pretty high today. I don't know, or low, whatever it was, but it was good fishing right before it came through anyway.
Gotcha. All right, then we have Joseph says, y'all using all that modern stuff, probably got fish finders and nets too. Oh yeah, we have a little bit of everything.
Hey, if you check our live wells, we got the kitchen sink as well.
All right, C219 Troll says, are y'all setting up a tournament on the Bubba app? I have not figured out how to do that yet, but you did tell me that you sent me a friend request. I think I actually have the Bubba app on. I think I have the app, but one day I was kind of messing around with it, so I can't remember if I have everything set up, but I'm still trying to figure that out right now. So the answer to that real quick is no, we're not going to be uploading on the Bubba app the stats and everything as we catch fish or miss fish. Those will be put in the chat.
Is the I think it's the Pro app that you can set up tournaments and stuff with and load them.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but you got to have everybody's ID number. What do you call it? Not login. What do you call it? Your you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. So eventually,
login info.
No. Yeah. It's your screen name. Whatever when you set up the app.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Gotcha.
Profile. You got to have everybody's profile.
There you go. Profile. That's what we're looking for.
Yeah. So eventually we may do that, but for right now, it's actually the way that we've been doing it is the chat has been updating. Like whenever someone catches a fish, they catch a dink, they catch a keeper, they're putting the person's name, they're putting the dollar amount that they have won out of the community pot so far, the number of keepers and the weight. So they're putting all of that in there. So it's it's right now it looks like it's pretty going pretty good because it's right there in the chat. As people log in, they can get updated immediately. All right, then we have Sunrise Showdown checking in. He says, I will be watching for sure. All right, good deal. And Joseph says, we got to pay for rod flexing. Come on now. Be a hook setter. That makes a rod look like a hula hoop.
Hula hoop.
Uh-oh. He wants to see some boat flipping. All right.
I have been told that my hook set is pretty violent, so I might be able to pull that off.
All right. Pat says, do you use the noisy flappers as top water or jig trailers?
Ooh,
the noisy flappers just top water. It's the crazy flappers I use as a jig trailer. The crazy flapper, it's the crawbait. What my man there was holding up, that's the under the radar top water version right there.
Yeah. But I tell you how I use it. I'll tell you my little secret. I use it as. Sometimes I use it for top, but sometimes I throw it on a Carolina rig.
Oh, that's a good one.
Seriously. You know, I wouldn't have thought that, but man,
because all those pennies, the legs on it, as you drag it, it's just like kicking.
Oh, it kicks like mad.
Yeah.
It and the crazy man, they'll put out a lot of water displacement.
Yeah, so I use a Carolina rig when I'm on a largemouth lake.
Let me change this up real quick. Let me just put this.
Using my Carolina rig to drag the structure.
Yeah, that's my little secret I use when I use that. So instead of using a lizard, sometimes some people like using a lizard, but it's a little smaller profile, but a little bigger with bigger legs on it, and like I said, it kicks up the dirt. It kicks the.
Oh, without question. I used to love throwing those in places that had lots of duckweed. As far as the top water, you like how horny toad will split the duckweed. Man, you talk something big like one of them noisy flappers. I mean, it's parting the Red Sea coming down there as it through duckweed. I ain't even kidding.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll see if some noisy flapper action is taking place tomorrow. We shall
There
see.
you go.
All right, so let's see what else we have in here. We just have a few more comments. And again, guys, I just put this the format back up on the screen. This is the format that you guys will be watching tomorrow. You will have the 4 anglers that are fishing on the outside and the bigger views, and the commentator, his logo will be right there in the center. All right, so let's see where we at. So Bill Meek says, looking forward to watching the live stream tomorrow morning. Good luck to everyone. All right, and shout out to you. Really, really appreciate that. Make sure you guys tune in. And then we have Edward Cohen says, be working, might catch some. Oh, yeah. So I know you'll have a few things to say whenever you hop into the chat. All right, guys, there you have it. So we pretty much went over the format for tomorrow. Everybody knows what to expect. Of course, we will be able to communicate with each other throughout the day. So if anybody has any questions or anything like that, so yeah, I'll follow up with you guys in the morning because I think some of us may be putting in at different boat ramps. So we will probably pick a location like we did last time, mid-lake someplace, and everybody just meet at that location, and then we'll go from there. So we just have to give Country Boy Fishing an update since he has logged out.
Like I said, before we get off, I like this one thing I like to say. Appreciate it, Ryan, for the invite again, and congratulations on your Angler of the Year last year, and
appreciate that. Appreciate that. Wait a second. There you go, right there. We got another one of those Angler of the Year. Angler of the Year.
Man, that trophy's
trophies.
awful small on the screen.
Oh, well, hold on a second.
Oh man.
Uh-oh.
You had to do it. You had to do it.
If one of those two on each side are small,
yeah, he's gonna pull the big fish tree. You can hold it close to the camera. Yeah.
There we go. Maybe you can see the third one a little better right there. How about that? All right, so yeah, really, really appreciate it, guys. Yeah, so we're gonna get out there and have some fun out there. So C219 Troll says, "What's the start time?" The start time is 9 a.m. tomorrow. As soon as we finish this live stream, I will put a link in the description. The other thing that I will do is put out a community post with a link for tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. So you guys can go ahead and click on that as soon as that comes out, and just set up a notification. So tomorrow, once we get started and go live, it will immediately pop up, and you guys will see us from the start. And hey, hopefully you guys will get active in the chat, and we will have a good time with it. All right, Joseph says 9 a.m. That's right. He said Hawk Standard Time. So it is 9 a.m. Eastern, guys. Just want to make sure, because I know we have guys watching from different states. So yeah, shout out to you guys. All right, guys, really appreciate everybody tuning in, all of the anglers and Cerebral Tackle. Hey, we'll see you guys in the morning.
Be safe tomorrow.
Appreciate it.
Have a good night, guys.
See you, life jackets,
right,
man. Be safe.
Yes, sir. You know it.
Always.
Yeah, good luck, you guys. I'll be thinking about you.